Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing the review of the Nike Hypervenom Phantom 2 from, what year? Last year? 2015. Now this is going to be a quick review just about the benefits, pros and cons of it, how I thought it was, my rating of it, my recommendations if you want to get this boot, and stuff like that. First, I'm going to start off with some specs of this boot. First, the sole plate. As you can see, it has a conical kind of sole plate, very similar to the sprint frame of the Adidas F50s, except it just doesn't come back over the back, which can cause some problems later on. It has the cones right here, and then the one triangle one, and there's a small ridge right there, and pretty much it's basically the same as some. There are a couple F50 models that are just like this. Now on to the fit collar and the heel tracked. One of the problems that I had was the heel slippage. There's a lot of heel slippage with this boot because like it doesn't, it's not a true to size boot, so it doesn't keep your heel from moving. Other than that, the Brio cables or fiber wire cable, whatever they're called, what are they called? The fly wire cables. They hug your foot really well. The collar feels like a sock at first, but then it tends to like wear off. Later on, you don't really feel anything with the boot. Now, on to the pretty much the technology of the front of the boot. Now, as you can see, I have white laces because the original laces that I had were too long, and also I was playing every single day consistently, so I had to change the laces because the other laces that I had ripped and they were too long. So I switched with some random white laces. And also, the only con I really have with this boot is the heel. The dynamic fit collar can rip very easily, honestly. It can rip very easily. Now, this is a very nice boot. It's one of my favorites, however, it does have some faults. I'm hoping that future boots have a better to help with heel slippage, and also when you play on this boot for a while, if you get the firm ground or the artificial ground studs, if you play on artificial grass with the firm ground studs, after a while you can feel the studs kind of pressing into the bottom of your foot, which isn't this is not comfortable at all. So that's pretty much the only con I have. With the heel counter, that definitely worked because it gives you less blisters, but however, with the heel slippage, it still does give you a little bit of blisters here and there. So it's not the best boot out there, but I would recommend, if you want to get a boot that is kind of wide fitting, it's flexible, it's very flexible. See, mine aren't broken in completely because I don't wear them that much. Very flexible, it hugs your foot really well. The sock is very comfortable. It's a comfortable boot, but after a while that tends to go away. And yeah, it's a sexy boot, it really is. Now with the padding on the front, not really the padding, the ridges on the front, it's supposed to provide a ACC technology, or what? That's completely something else. That's something else. That's for all conditions. The Nike skin, however, the Nike skin right there helps provide a better touch and a better feel and almost a dry, like not a dry, almost a barefoot real feel of the ball to help strike and everything else, pretty much. Now back to the studs on the sole plate. The studs are conical with one of these, so the reason why these are conical is to help with pivoting, traction, and for agility. The reason why these were marketed for deadly agility on the Nike launch. So these boots are definitely good for wingers and strikers, but preferably these aren't my kind of boots. So in the end, overall, I'd probably give these boots an 8 out of 10. The only reason why I would denote this boot is because of the heel slippage and the wear and tear on the dynamic fit collar. The dynamic fit collar basically has no support. It just provides a better feel and a better look, definitely. Like, come on. The dynamic fit collar makes this boot look really sexy. It does. Same thing with the Superflies and the Magistas. It just makes it look like a very sexy boot that you want to have on your feet. I said the same thing. So if you're just a guy looking, or girl, looking for just a nice boot, just on a regular day, just with a nice touch, good flexibility, for good agility, you can be fast in this. If you're a winger, striker, anybody who can want a boot, this is a pretty good average boot. So if you want this, go ahead and get it. But just keep in mind that these boots aren't true to size. I naturally wear a size 10. I had to get a 10.5 because these boots seem to run a little short, but they're not very wide. They're kind of wide, but they would definitely suit people who have a wide foot. So if you're narrow, I wouldn't go with this boot. I would go with either the Vapors or the Superflies. So let me know in the comments what you think about this boot, and if you have this boot. I know I'm a little late because this is one of the first models of this Hypervenom boot. There are definitely more now. So just let me know what you think of this boot, and if you have it, if you've had problems with it, or you just love it. So my next review will be on the Mercurial Veloce 2s, which are the fake Vapors, which I customized myself. So yeah. So until next time, this is Psycho Punch with another, well, my first boot review, and you have a nice day.